Wind's picking up a little bit though. See the wind starting to pick up. Oh, maybe a 10 to 15 today. Good jump. I'll do an intro after. Maybe move again. 3 months out the year, I'm about to live here. What do you think of this? It's awesome, man. Some good stuff, right? It's awesome. It's a perfect size fish to start the morning. Beautiful weather fish. Better. This place is coming up again. Weatherman lied to us today. Said it was going to be blowing. I'll take that. And if it's blowing, we're going, baby. This is why I moved to Florida. I've been waiting since, I guess, February for this season. They keep telling me it's getting closer and closer. Of course. I think it's here. I think you're right, my friend. God, it's a pretty fish. It's got some power, huh? Jeez. Oh, yeah. It'll turn you around. Isn't that what it's all about? I mean, that's kind of what we all live for, the drag stream. Drag streaming, my friend. No matter what species, it's all about the drag stream. Hey, well, there's one thing that got us bit today. We were using live bait, and I can tell you right now, that old bait buster from DOA does the trick. It'll outfish live bait for sure. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. That's all I hear. All I hear is live bait, live bait, live bait. Crabs, crabs, crabs. That's pretty cool. You got to know what you're doing with them, and you sure do. But I'm glad we got that product out here for you. Look at that fish. Yeah, it was cool to feel that bite. Fish. Just to be able to feel that bite, well, that's pretty. That's a pretty fish. Good looking fish. That's so cool. Very nice. Very nice. Towing us around. Yeah, it is cool to feel that bite. That's any species, it's just cool to feel that thump. I got them on the light rod too. It's a medium. It's a medium. Hey, well, them Reaper rods sure do the trick. They really are serious. My favorite casting rod, my favorite inshore, tarpon, offshore, whatever your forte is. Look at that fish. Beautiful fish. Anna, we share the knowledge, my friend. We'll be back. Y'all be back. We're doing that again. Sounds good. We're gonna go back and rescan. This is tarpon lighting it up, huh? Old Simrad found them. Look at that. Got us another. Got us another. Look all over here. Wow, look at all those fish sitting there. Wow, they're like in a daisy chain. That is so cool. I can see the tail and everything. You don't think this technology's gotten good? Here they are.
He's sitting here and he has, see how they're, if you ever watch when they're fishing together, you'll see one guy sits in the back of the boat, one guy sits in the front of the boat. And he'll stand on the front of the boat and cast. And he's always looking at the GPS and you'll see him switch and go to the right or to the left and he'll hit not a target here, 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 and then as soon as it marks the back machine, he knows they're past the boat. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, those lives, you can literally watch the lure go in front of him, in front of the fish, and put it right on his head. You know which way he's facing.
Well, you know that with this size.
Yeah, but I mean, he doesn't have live that way.
Oh, he doesn't have the live, the actual live?
He doesn't have live. He's got carbon, HPS.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just got a machine on the front, on the trolling motor. Well, that's the thing with Motorguides. You can get them with it built in a Motorguide.
guys. We're tarpon fishing with those bait busters again. Still nothing on the live baits, all on the bait buster plastics, and it felt like a little different bite, and it was a little cobia. I'll let him go, let him swim, see another day, and get rigged back up and see if we can't get another tarpon. They're still rolling out here. We're still seeing wind picked up about 5-10 miles an hour more. But we're gonna see what we can do.
Mr. Bird, this isn't for you. What are you doing?
So, fish float, fish splatter. Alright guys, we're back in. We just got back to the dock. Me and Captain Brandon had a pretty good day. We had a decent bite go.
Yeah, it went pretty well this morning.
Captain Brandon told me that the bite would be from what, 8 to 10?
8 to 10.
That's what it was. That's what it was. I mean,
got bit.
It literally shut down. The only thing we caught after that were a couple cobias. I mean, it was kind of slow after that, but we saw the fish. They were there. They just didn't want to eat.
100%.
And caught 2 cobia, one good one that we took to the house, and it ended up being a good day. We hooked the fish, and that's what I told him. I said, let's go anyway. You know, even though we got a short bite, and we hooked, what, 3? We went 1 for 3?
1 for 3. 1 for 3. We had our opportunities. I mean, at the end of the day, unfortunately, the 2 other fish we hooked, we just didn't capitalize on. We missed them, got them to eat, and then they short striked it. And sometimes it goes that way.
Yeah. I mean, mine barely pulled drag. Yours yanked for about, what, 5 seconds and then let loose, and there's really nothing you can do with that. I mean, that's nothing. There's nothing you can do. That's part of the game.
That's why they call it sport fishing.
Yeah, they're a heck of a fish, man. They really are. What do you think the reason behind that bite being in windows like that is? Is it tide? Is it, you know, what do you think it is?
Well, a lot of it comes down to tide and water flow and movement, wind directions. You know, presentation is key in tarpon fishing for sure. If you don't presentate your bait properly, even if they're feeding, they have such big eyes, and they're pretty smart fish that their visibility really can get the best of them. Where if you don't bring it across that area that they can see it, and you know the fluorocarbons, there's just many things that come into play.
No, and I yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a very technical fishing, like some other species. But today, you know, I didn't even have to question a thing going on. You could see every other boat's bite shut off too.
Sure.
I mean, everybody went dead. We thought we saw people hook off. It was a stingray or a cobia. You know, it was nothing. You know, none. I didn't see another tarpon jump after that. So on a day, motorbikes, man, the summertime, it's getting there. On a day like today, what do you think is causing that window? Because like you told me, they're biting from 8 to 10, and then from 10 to like 5 o'clock, it's dying off, but then it's firing back up. What is causing that window? What do you think? Like, in your you know, a professional opinion, what do you think is causing that window?
Well, one of the big things I think that really plays a role in it is they're getting ready to breed. So these are migratory fish.
that really only need to eat off of survival. They don't really need to eat other than that reason. They're not eating for pleasure. They're here for one reason, and when they get here, they're getting in groups. Today we fished a set of migratory fish that just probably came in out of the Keys area and migrated down the coast, and the next place they're headed is Boca Grande. So they got one thing on their mind, and it's certainly not food.
Right. Yeah, they're here to spawn. That's the bottom line. You know, so you think those fish that we caught today are not the same fish that you caught yesterday morning, early in the morning, not the same group?
It could be the same group, but most likely we're going to have fish trickle in the late month of April to early May. We're going to have new fish arriving every single day, and they're gonna get ready to spawn on that first new moon or full moon of May, and they'll go offshore and do their thing.
That's what I've been hearing in Tampa too. Those guys say wait till that new moon comes. Wait till it comes. Those fish will be thick at that point.
It's pretty unreal. It's like bait fish at that point.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. And that's going to be here in what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Probably about 2 to 3 weeks. And if you get a chance, you're more than welcome to come back down and try to do a film and do one of them hill tides, see what happens there.
I've been hearing about these hill tides in Florida. You know, in Louisiana, we really don't. You know, where I grew up fishing, we really don't play too much on tide. You know,
sure.
You've been there many times. You find fish, you catch fish. You know, if you got slack, like slick, calm water, you need some tide. Other than that, you got some wind, you don't really need much tide down there. No. And you don't get big swings. You know, we don't get those kind of swings like that.
Sure.
So I definitely keep hearing about these big tides and the things that happen with these things, and I'm interested to see it and bring it to people who have never seen it either. If you were to tell people time to come down to catch tarpon with you, I didn't realize you were telling me earlier that you catch tarpon all the way starting in February.
Yeah.
So obviously there's going to be a season, which would be what, April to
probably July would be the thick of it, but I start fishing for tarpon in late February, and I'll fish them all the way almost to October.
And that's what you specialize in. That's your thing, really.
That's my favorite thing. I mean, I love tarpon more than anything. It's definitely been a passion. I grew up on the water and always just had a special place in my heart for those tarpon, for sure.
Yeah, it's a really neat fish, and like I said, I moved here in June of last year, and I got a little taste of it till about August, and I've been itching all winter. I'm like, when they come, the ladybugs, I've been seeing ladybugs. I'm like, we go catch tarpon. I'm telling all I got on the table. I'm like, dude, I'm ready. I'm having going out there, and there ain't no tarpon. But I'm like, I'll give it a shot, and I'm not mad at myself, and I don't even see any. I'm like, I'm just waiting, because I keep hearing about them, and it's cool to hook one day. At least we got one, and we were hoping for 1 or 2 early in the morning, and then from there it was kind of a crapshoot from there. So today we were throwing this bait buster, man. This is something I've never seen before. It doesn't have a ton of action. It's a straight swimming bait.
Nope.
But boy, the cobia like it too.
Cobia like it, the tarpon like it, snook like it, redfish like it. I mean, I can tell you right now, when you're fishing Louisiana, get bait up on them pogies, I can tell you this could be a deadly bait for you.
Oh, this is a bull red bait. This is a July, August and the thing. Oh, these bigger profile baits like this, they'll tear. I can hum it out there. They'll tear this up. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, definitely a neat bait. Didn't think we'd get as many cobia strikes as we got. I think we got 1 or 2 more. We saw them back there dancing in it. So live bait just didn't do it today.
No, today was an artificial day, and a lot of times what's crazy enough is the live bait will work pretty close with these DOAs, but a lot of times I won't even go get bait, because these DOAs are pretty deadly when it comes to tarpon. If they won't eat live bait, they sure as heck will eat a DOA.
Yeah, I mean, we caught some live bait earlier this morning, and we ran 2 live baits with about 10 feet a leader, and then we put a clip-on cork onto it as a visual, and sharks were the only thing, and maybe 1 cobia we saw roll up in it, which goes to show you, you know, one way to fish these tarpon is the style that we fished today, where you put 2 live baits out the back of the boat on corks, and we use thread fins, and then you're up on the sides of the boat while the boat's drifting and just chunking these things and chunking them and watching the machine. I tell you what, that's one thing I'll go over with y'all, is that downscan imaging. It plays one heck of a role. It really does. That downscan imaging is impressive, and it's needed. As you can see, it's tarpon clear as day sitting out there.
For sure.
So, all right, I appreciate it, Brandon, and we will be back soon. Once again, we threw the Reaper rods again with the Florida Fishing 5000s. These Reaper rods, I think I threw the one tarpon I did catch. It was on a medium. It was on this one.
For sure.
On a medium, and I tell you what, I had plenty of power left. I mean, that medium heavy, I could see wrenching a upper 100 fish in with that. I mean, I can see it handling
all day
it very
long. Those are my casting rods I like to use as the medium action for the bait busters, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he actually took me in the trolling motor and the power poles once or twice, and I was still able to control. It felt like I was in control to working around it. So Very impressive rods. If y'all need to reach out to Austin, the links will be below. Subscribe to the channel. Brandon's link will be in there. We'll have his link to his guide service and to get in touch with him if you want to fish with him down here, which I highly recommend. I drove 2 hours too. It's definitely worth coming down here. And we'll have bait busters and all the stuff in there too. All the links below. Subscribe to the channel and we will get you everything you need. Till next time, dude.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you.